Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how Google ranks your website in the search results and how you can take advantage of that to drive more traffic to your site by getting it on the first page. So for comparison, I've taken your website as well as the top results in two different search areas, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on your site and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So you can see just from the numbers why these sites are outranking yours, but let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. So when Google is determining how to rank a website, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that Google has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained by what are called backlinks, when other websites link or refer back to yours. So just to define these, if say the local news station did an article on their website and it said the top 10 best insulation companies in Massachusetts, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain or one referring website. Now backlinks can also come from blogs, any kind of posting sites or press releases, but one important one is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. They're usually free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. Now, as you can see, Google trusts these websites more than yours just based on the number of backlinks and referring domains that they have. But something to keep in mind is it's not just a matter of quantity, it's also the quality of these links. So they need to be coming from websites that are relative to your industry or your field, and then also ones that Google trusts, otherwise it won't add any authority. Now, the second factor for ranking your website is the content on the page. So as you can see here, Google is only finding these two keywords, which are your name, on your website. But if we just take a look at one of the competitors for an example, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search, and this is the volume, the approximate number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do some research to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and then the areas that you offer them in, and make sure that those are being found on your website, so that way anytime somebody is searching, your website gets pulled up. So just as an example, insulation in Boston is being searched 90 times per month. If you were on the first page of Google search, 90 people would be seeing your website. We're usually pretty conservative and we say only 10% of those will actually become leads and contact your business. Now, I don't know what the conversion rate is for your business, but let's say only half of those actually become customers. You could be looking at 4 to 5 customers per month just off of this one keyword phrase. So then we repeat that process for all the highest volume keywords, including on your website. And then obviously the profit margin is different depending on the size of the job, but you can see how that number of leads adds up every month to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find keywords on your site. So if we pull up your site here, I'd like the layout because you have everything right at the top. People can get all the information. What I would suggest is a lot of people are using mobile devices nowadays, so probably have a click to call button that somebody can just click and it'll instantly dial out. It also looks like some of these reviews, they might be just duplicates because it's the same exact text. So we might want to try to get some current reviews from customers to try to add some confidence when people are searching for you. But as far as Google is concerned, when it's going to look at your website to rank it, it's just going to come in and count all the words on the page for the content. Now, it's generally looking for a minimum of about 1,500 to 2,000 words because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and the more likely it is to recommend you in search. Now, while it's counting these words, it's also looking for all those keywords, usually going to be any service that you offer and then the areas that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of these keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. And I think what's happening is these words in the eyes of Google are being counted as pictures, so they're not getting picked up as keywords. So there really isn't a whole lot of content on the page. So this is where we would have to add some content so that we can get those keywords in there, and then you can be found in search. So if we go back to our search results, The first thing that comes up when somebody is searching is what we call the map pack. It's a fairly important area to try to get into because sometimes near half the people that are searching will actually just click on one of these top 3 sites first. Now, to be listed in here is free. You just need to fill out your Google Business profile, which is part of your Google Maps app, so you can do it right from your smartphone. You want to make sure you fill out as many of the fields as possible, including the services that you offer, the areas that you offer them in, even the hours of operation. Then you want to continuously add photos that are geotagged from within your service area, upload those as well as posts on a regular basis to your profile. Try to have customers leave reviews. And then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want those to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. So then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up you're going to rank. So this is where you need to get as many backlinks as possible, more than the competition, so that way you can rank higher up in the list. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or if you'd like me to go into any further details. We could also talk about your goals and I could do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. And I always appreciate getting feedback as well to find out if information like this is useful for you, so please let me know what you thought. Thanks, and I hope this helps.